Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we walked on to the Great Market, and there was a fight going on between two merchants. Apparently they sold the same merchant's permit, and they were fighting over their stall here. In the past, Duke Alberea, who is responsible for this area and for the merchants' taxes and everything, has been raising the taxes constantly, and these merchants are under quite a lot of stress, so there's been a couple of fights here lately, and the provincial army isn't doing a thing about it. So we had to intervene, which is a problem. We're going to get new work from Otto, the market's manager, tomorrow, and Sarah left for to see Class B. Apparently, Juices and Makias are not having everything running smoothly. Oh well, who would have thought? Afterward, we also did a little bit of a mini game or a quest. We participated in the shopping. We all four characters were taking care of this stall right in front of here. Lyman had sell his stuff, and I had quite a lot of fun doing that. Gosh. Oh, lots of fights breaking out these days. My business here is done anyway, though. I'm coming back tomorrow and sell my veggies off, so I gotta get back and rest. I'm coming back tomorrow to sell Lyman my veggies. Always nice and busy around this time of year. I wonder what all that fuzz was about earlier. Whatever it was, it's gone and ruined my days of shopping. Bummer. The general protocol is that the Grand Market closes once the sun sets. Once that happens, the entrance itself is locked up for the day. It's hard to evaluate the store's goods in the dark after all, so it's been this way for years now. The general protocol is that the Grand Market closes at sunset. I don't want any of that. I find that shit in boxes. Welcome, welcome. Come along and have a look at our goods. All that ruckus earlier ended up costing me time I could have used to make some sales. I've got to make up for that. The day's almost over, so let's keep the pace up until it's time to close shop. Welcome, come along, burr, 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 burr. Time to close shop. Let's exchange all the shit. It's not particularly much cash. Is selling omelets really that good? Simple omelet. It's worth 40. Warm egg soup is worth 80. Ooze cookie worth 150. 125. Crispy pizza's worth a lot. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. It's too cheesy, and I was told about it too, which is a bummer. Wait, you weren't the guy who was selling... What were you selling? Oh, I just saw it. I think I just looked at it with a lighter and everything. Oh, this little rodent here used to be raised as livestock back in the day. It's quite the charmer, isn't he? How about you buy one before you head off to have dinner? Oh man, he is cute. This little rodent here used to be quite the rodent in the past. You again. Hey. Tableau. The market manager used to be an incredibly skilled merchant with years of experience in the Grand Market. He was so skilled, in fact, that he easily made the most profit for 7 whole years in a row. Can you believe that? His skills clearly remain, despite that being around 40 years ago, and it's seen by how well he serves as the market's manager. The market manager is a merchant to the core, raised here in the Grand Market. I can only imagine how much these tax increases and the resulting issues pain his heart. And thus another day draws to a close. Just how did this day turn out for you all, I wonder? Please open your hearts to me. Alright, you don't have anything new to sell. I still can't give you money. Damn it! Why did I have to end up all the way back here? Now I won't get any customers. I'll probably only make enough to cover my setup costs now. And then there's tax on top of that. Not much I can do though. I'll do as the market manager says and tough it out here for now. I'll do as the market manager says. It's still depressing. I've loved honey ever since I was a young girl. I always wanted to become a bee when I grew up, but it never happened, and I ended up selling honey instead. Oh, at least I can be all I can be here. That's something to be happy for. I've loved honey ever since. I bet. Honey's nice. Squaro, I remember you. I heard a rather disconcerting rumor from the merchants here. It would seem that more and more issues are arising within the Grand Market these days. What's more, the provincial army seems to be taking no action whatsoever to deal with them. Things like this may come to affect the market prices. This information is most definitely worth taking into consideration. It's entirely possible that much issues may affect my deal with Maurice. Barrack, guess I should be closing up shop soon. Probably would have made more if it weren't for that ruckus earlier, but oh well. It's always better to blame yourself so you can keep making an effort to improve. Merchants who set up shop at the Grand Market don't have the luxury of making excuses. It's always better to blame yourself so you can keep making an effort of improve. Geez, these young merchants keep causing trouble for the market manager. When are they going to realize that sales drop for everyone, whenever they have their stupid fights? Here's hoping they regret what they did and try to focus on actually acting like merchants. Geez, these young merchants keep causing trouble for the market manager. It's only natural for people to start arguing if they somehow end up with the exact same stall. Location is what can make or break a merchant's chance of success, after all. I do hope Duke Alberea pays more attention next time so we don't have a repeat of this. I happened to come across some fantastic silk produced in the East. The stall's owner was even kind enough to inform me that getting one's hand on material like that is a rare feat. Father, relinquish your wallet to me. There's money to be spent. Happen to have come across a fantastic silk. Hear me, Clarice. We will not come here simply to enjoy the leisure of shopping. What's more, isn't 300,000 mira for one piece of fabric a bit too expensive? Clarice, please listen to your father for a moment here. 300k, huh? No. You know, I need some pretty good economy happening if I want that kind of cash flow. Oh, you were working at the store just there. Hey, thank you for the deal. I'll make sure we have that cabbage tonight. Yeah, talk about cabbage. Where's the other woman? Where's the other woman we sold cabbage to? Back there. I'm glad I came along just in time for that sale. I was annoyed by all that commotion earlier because it stopped me from getting my shopping done, but, well, sometimes these things can be a blessing in disguise. Staying the night for once might not be such a bad idea. Is there an inn nearby, perhaps? Do you have eyes? Those are the giant liquidy things you've got in your eye sockets of your skull. It looks weird sometimes. They have like colored irises, and they have lids that oftentimes shut so you can keep them from drying out. You should use those because in that direction you can see right there 10 meters in front of you. That's the inn you can stay at. Is there an inn nearby? Oh, how disappointing. My fun shopping adventures were cut short because of that commotion. Man, the day passed by quick. Alright. So these have different positioning, so I'm worried I probably missed something. There was 3 stages of time here, and I only saw it like by these kids looking different than before. So I assume I've missed a lot of dialogue there. A bummer. Heh, you're not too bad. There's still no chance of you ever catching me, though. You're too tough for your own good. They spent the whole day fighting again. Why can't they get along? I hate this. The Zeptian Church has aided people all throughout the continent in order to spread Idios' compassion, while providing medicine to those in need of it is a part of this. We in Celtic get far more requests than most churches. The more people I helped, the more experience I gained, until I became as knowledgeable on medicine as I am now. Perhaps that too was due to Idios' guidance. I think that was exactly the same line as before. It's not uncommon to see some problems spring up here in Celtic. It is a merchant town after all. So long as some people profit, there's always going to be others who end up losing a lot. This is a whole different thing though. I genuinely feel sorry for them. If they had lost money due to their own lack of skill, that would be one thing, but this isn't their fault. It's not uncommon. Okay, that happened. What else? What else? We've talked to basically everybody here. Okay. Let's head into the inn. Stay outside. I want to talk to Odvin first. It's actually all thanks to Otto that I was able to set up my own shop all those years ago, so you can bet I'll always be there whenever he needs help. I owe him more than I could ever pay. Oh, wait. Otto actually asked me to tailor to your needs, so I gathered up stuff that will be suited to you all. It's getting late, but feel free to have a look if you need anything. Nice. I think you can tell what kind of person my dad is just by talking to him, so yeah, the market manager covered for him a lot. He still feels indebted to him after all these years even. Not like I can say much though, he helped calm the both of us down when we got into a big argument one time too. The market manager asked me to make sure I keep your ordnance working in order. I still owe you all one for your help earlier too, so feel free to come by whenever you want. Now, those are expensive. 30 extra damage I will take. I'll equip those things when I have need for them. I don't have... No, I don't have 2U materials. It is a bummer. If I were to look at my slots again, I have 81 Mirage. 3, 3, 3, 4. I would like to go for a 5th one. That's dark, that's time only, huh? This is time only as well. Let's open a slot on... Is this space? I didn't look at that. I did not look at that. Fine. Let's see. I've got a... Earthlands, a detection quartz. Detection is space. So you can equip detection and you will be able to equip... Shield 2 is not worth, needle shot is not worth. I've got HP 1, let's have you take evade as well. Do I want soul blur on you? Earthlands. Earthlands is interesting, but it's also... Well, I don't know. Earthlands is situational. Okay, fair enough. That's all I wanted to do here. All I really can do here with this little money. Let's turn in for the evening.
Ah, that was delicious. Those are some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account.
What do you mean bad? It was actually pretty fun.
I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
It's pretty late in the evening. I would hazard to guess they are eating or already ate or doing shenanigans in their shared room as well.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
Why do you think that?
That would certainly be a shock if they were.
Why?
I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not.
Can you imagine 4 people in a restaurant sitting at the table? None of these 4 people are actually using the chairs like they're usually used. None of them are leaning. Good lord. Dudes, guys, do you have some issues with your backs or something? Like a metal pole strapped to your cord, like spinal cord? This looks painful.
If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small.
She's turning us into bracers. Oh, I knew it all along.
What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thors in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or, rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the Academy?
Your hair's in your breast, Laura.
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Rean? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
In school. Good place to start. Wasn't for me.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist.
What?
You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night. You can't wake up by yourself at 6? What's wrong with you?
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
I want to shut off my brain so bad right now.
Rean?
Boy.
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
A divine blade, ah. The title of one of the strongest sword fighters in Liberl, also known as Cassia's bride, who now fights with a staff, because things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We have heard in the past of someone understanding the nature of all things, though. It's not the first time that phrase came up.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest. I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment. I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
Those noises, though.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Rean's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
That's the jingle for them writing their reports, basically. 4 plus 1. Any bright ideas? I wonder what I got with the +1 for. Probably for picking the right code. The common cold 4. Don't think I could have done anything better there. And a day as a merchant was doing pretty well there as well. Okay. Please do tell me what I missed. I know that there was gonna be one optional quest here because there's apparently one every weekend, I guess, or every 2 days you go through, or maybe, you know, I don't know. Obtain 17 AP. That seems good right now.
Keep up the good work.
Seems good. Seems good enough. Field study day number 2. Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Field study envelope April. Field study day 2 assigned tasks. West Celtic Highway monster. A large ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celtic Highway. We'd all be happy if someone took it out. Svordar. Location stone bridge leading to Heimdallr on the West Celtic Highway. I know the one. And lost wallet. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramic stall. I'll tell you more. Lizzie. Even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He is a very considerate man. Last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get those done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey, Laura. I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Huh? Rean, as I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It's not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about a dropout, being a dropout who's never been able to process past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Ka-Fi, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel like it was inappropriate for me to say what I said. So, I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there's one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know how much your personal... I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances. But regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question, Rean. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. Yeah, so you two are friends again then? Huh? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Why, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can't we just forget all about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we've got trouble. Big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning and you're already, and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making much of a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. It's 6:03. I'm sorry. I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that. We have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? Huh? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all their merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today, which means we could get up and we could end up with more customers as people wait. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Louise, let's get this place ready. You got it. That was the slowest running I've ever seen. As for you 4, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on the field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about, after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. What should we do? I have to admit, I am curious. It's not fair, so we might as well just take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. Of course we will. But for the moment, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, toodles!